Okay, so I know I'm a little bit early, but hello everyone. Can you all hear me okay? Oh, I've got some hellos already. How's my day going? Thank you very much for asking, Sad Boy Joe. I hope your days are going okay. Mine's okay, thank you. So, I was actually paying attention to some of the comments while the starting soon screen was on. So, I did catch a couple of things that you guys said. Senpai-chan, for example, said that you came upon getting the notification. Thank you for that. Lone Wolf, I hear that you're new. Thank you very much for the congratulations, but it's not my achievement that we're at 5,000 Backstage Crew members. It's you guys who have got us here. Boba-chan, why are you listening to my stream in class? Naughty, 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 you should be focusing on your lessons. Shouldn't be listening to me. But thank you for coming anyway, that's very appreciated. Coco Kiwi, you don't like Skittles? Absolute blasphemy. Little Green saying it's now 5,500 subscribers. Yeah, you're very right. We are actually halfway to getting 6,000 now, which is ridiculous. And oh, Cozy Ferret, you should be asleep right now. It's 1 a.m. Don't neglect your sleep. Come on. And Drool and Draw asked, what does everyone think will happen in this stream? Well, this is just going to be a little talking stream for everyone. So, in particular, I'm giving everyone a chance to talk about ASMR and role plays and ask questions about how to get into this sort of thing. So that's the opportunity I'm giving to you guys. If you've got any questions, we're going to start in just a few moments. So I'm going to be taking questions from you guys, and I'll be trying to answer as best as I can based on my own experiences. So let me just change the screen. There we go. Just something a little more pleasing to the eye. Hope you're enjoying your ice cream, Sad Boy Joe. Senpai-chan saying that my life's complete. Okay, so just I just want to give a little disclaimer at the beginning here. I am not in any way a professional voice actor or ASMRtist or anything like that. I am literally very, very new to doing audio role plays on this platform on YouTube. So I can't say that what I'm saying, what I can't say that my advice is going to be absolutely 100% gospel. Please don't in any way think that what I say goes. I'm just going to be talking from my personal experience. One thing I would absolutely say is if you're going to do ASMR or role plays or whatever on YouTube, please, please, please make it your own. please make it your own thing if you're going to do it. Hi Chica Hamster, nice to see you, thanks for coming. MBS7 Animates, thank you very much for coming. Zimba ET, trying to find people that I haven't mentioned. Roxy FNAF, thank you for coming. This will try and give shout outs to as many people as I can. You Nishnion, you Nishin Noe, yeah, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm butchering the pronunciation. Okay, so I make it just gone 7 o'clock. Raccoon here hanging out silently just until now. Anyway, I make it just past 7 o'clock, so if anyone has got any questions about ASMR and doing ASMR, then please type out your questions and I will try my best to answer as best I can. So, first one I've seen immediately, Sad Boy Joe. Low-key wanna try ASMR, but I doubt anyone would listen to my Scottish accent. I highly disagree with that, Sad Boy Joe. I honestly do not think it matters what accent you have. I mean, I have a British accent, and yet nearly 5,500 of you guys want to listen to me for some reason, despite the fact that, you know, this. The accent shouldn't be an obstacle. In fact, given the fact that I did a Viking roleplay and I was speaking in a Scottish accent, that should give a good indication that people will listen to a Scottish accent. Let's see. What characters do you, says Jason Ingalsby. I'm guessing you're saying what characters do I do. I do various different characters. I've done a leprechaun, I've done a Dullahan, vampire, werewolf. I do a lot of mythical things, but I am looking to do just general characters as well. Just sort of royalty, school friends and bullies, those sorts of characters as well. So those are the sorts of characters I'm looking to do going forward. Got someone, see if I can find that question again. Okay, Drool and Draw has asked, what do you need to do ASMR? Basically, two very basic things, a voice and a recorder of some description. That's basically all you need. So, in my instance, I record my audios on my computer. I've got a microphone that I use, and actually, Jay Jasira, sorry if I'm butchering the pronunciation of your names here, guys, but you asked what kind of mic do I use. My microphone is a Blue Yeti, but I'm not going to sit here and say to you guys, oh, you need to get a Blue Yeti, you need to get a very high-tech microphone, because you really don't. What I would say is you can use even a phone. If you've got an iPhone or an Android and you've got headphones that have got a microphone built in, you can easily use something like that to record your voice. If you've ever seen TikTokers who sing, they use the microphone on their headphones and they get a perfectly good quality sound out of that. So, in my case, I simply just use a Blue Yeti microphone on my computer, and to edit the audios, I use Audacity, which is a free audio software. It's very basic, very easy, and there's plenty of tutorials if you want to know how to do special effects with your voice and add in reverb and echoes and all sorts of things like that and deepen the voice. There's plenty of tutorials here on YouTube about that. Roxy FNAF, what equipment do you suggest using to starting out? Okay, so like I say, you just need something that will record your voice. It could be a phone with a microphone. If you happen to have any sort of microphone on, headphones for your computer, or you've got a microphone like a Blue Yeti, you can use anything like that. I would definitely recommend you use free software. Audacity is brilliant. When it comes to video editing software, I happen to use Cyberlink Power Director. I happened to buy Power Director personally, but you can get a free trial. There are other free options out there, but at the moment I am not 100% certain of what is out there. I haven't used a great deal of things outside of Power Director, but I'm sure you could use Windows Movie Maker. As basic as it is, it would get the job done. But there's plenty of things out there that you can Google and find out about. There's a question here from Senpai-chan. I have a question. This is not ASMR, but do you have a Discord server? If not, I would love to help. I am currently in the process of making a Discord server. I don't know when it'll be ready. I'm hoping by before or around 10,000 subscribers, which I'm hoping won't be too short a time, to be honest. But given you guys, you've been crazy so far, so we'll see how far we come with that. But I do plan on having a Discord server up and ready at some point. MBS7 Animates asks, do you use Photoshop? I personally do not use Photoshop. I actually use MS Paint, to be honest. I find basic backgrounds and characters and just put them together in Paint. If I need to make a background on a character transparent, I use GIMP. But for actually putting together my backgrounds and thumbnails, I use Paint, which is really, really basic, but, you know, it gets the job done. Roxy FNAF asks, favourite types of scripts/concepts? For me, my personal favourites are story-based. I love really story-heavy audio role plays. But at the same time, I do enjoy comfort audios and what other audios have I listened to recently? Yeah, just little one-offs that just if you've had a bad day at work, or you know something's happened, like a loss of a family member or something, just hearing someone sort of giving you a shoulder, giving you a proverbial shoulder to cry on, it can really work. Jason Ingalsby asks, out of all your videos you did, which one do you like most? Ooh, that's like asking who's your favourite child. I think some of the ones I had the most fun making were the Yandere Werewolf, the Android Listener, and the Steampunk Prince. Those ones I really quite liked. So I was playing a Clockwork Prince, and the Listener was a Clockwork Spy Master. I really liked that one as well. Raccoon, do you have any advice on making or downloading sound effects? In my case, I look for sound effects on YouTube, and I use a YouTube converter. Now, I know that's a bit of a touchy subject, but I don't use that for music. I use it for sound effects. in terms of looking for websites, now I have looked and looked and looked for free sound effect websites, and I personally have not found anything that I would out and out say, go here for this. If you're going to do recording your own sound effects, I would highly recommend getting some sort of soundproof padding. Now, that doesn't mean go out and buy the expensive foam stuff. You can easily make some soundproof boards out of some simple wood and towels, which I've seen on YouTube. If you just look up how to make soundproofing with towels on YouTube, you can easily find a tutorial on that. Corin McKay has asked, are you ever going to make a Patreon? Now, I have toyed with the idea of Patreon, but I also think to myself, does that mean that I'm being greedy? I don't know if I'm going to be doing a Patreon. If I do, I want to be able to offer something really good in exchange. So that might be that, I might have a tier where I'll actually work one-on-one with someone on a script or something. But Patreon is not on the cards right now, and I don't think people want me to have Patreon at the moment, because at the moment I'm just doing YouTube as a bit of fun. I'm just trying to have fun and help people who need it. So I give some support and encouragement for people who need it more than anything else. I'm not in this for the money. I might do a Patreon if people want to support me that way, but right now it's not on the high list of priorities. Senpai-chan has another question. If you had to choose one of your audios, would you make a sequel or remake of? Actually, I'm going to address this here because I've had a lot of people commenting on a lot of my videos saying, are we going to get a part 2? I will be doing sequels and part 2s and serializations of some of my older audios starting in April. Okay, so that is absolutely going to happen. That is going to be on the cards. I do plan on making some series out of some of my one-offs at the moment. I'm just getting some audios out there and seeing what you guys like. Roxy FNAF has asked, do you recommend any other ASMR artists personally? Yes, I do have a few in mind that I would recommend. I would definitely recommend Sweetheart Audio. She is one of the biggest inspirations for me. She used to be Honey Audio, but she's had to change channels recently. And she's a really good ASMR artist. Urban Nymph as well. She's a really, really good storyteller. She's really, really good. My favourite series from her is her Vampire Roommate series. I really, really do like that one. Others I would recommend, I definitely would recommend Movie Buff 3000. I've listened to some of his stuff and he's done some amazing audios. Fangar as well. Fangar's a really, really good F for F roleplay artist. In fact, she's another big inspiration for me doing same-sex audios, because I haven't really seen a great deal of M for M on YouTube. So those are a couple of recommendations from me. Oh, Coco Kiwi said that they're going to go to sleep. Good night, Coco. I think I might have missed you, but good night anyway, and I hope you have a good day when the morning comes. Soul Demon Lukey has asked, would you do a collab with others or your fans? I would love to do collaborations. I would love to reach out to a couple of other ASM artists and say, hey, would you mind doing a collaboration with me? And when I get my Discord server set up, there might very well be a chance that some of you guys in the Backstage Crew might actually be able to collaborate with me. So that is definitely something that is on the cards. Tiga Hamster has asked, do you listen to Yandere roleplays? Yes. Yes, I do. I do listen to Yandere roleplays, and I do actually quite like Yandere roleplays. Cozy Ferret has asked, what do you think about Not Safe for Work ASMR? Not Safe for Work ASMR is perfectly fine. You know, there is a market for it. There are people who want it. It's all about time and place. I would say that here on YouTube, Not Safe for Work roleplays are not suitable because there are children on the platform. There are people who, you know, wouldn't be looking for that kind of thing. I would say that Not Safe for Work roleplays have their time and place. They belong somewhere. I'm not going to say where I think they belong, but they do belong somewhere. When it comes to people who do Not Safe for Work roleplays behind a paywall, I can understand why. I would if I was to do Not Safe for Work roleplays, I would probably start it where I would do it as a Patreon reward for a certain tier, but then after a certain amount of time, let's say a month after it's been uploaded to Patreon, I might then put it on a public platform, but I wouldn't exactly be putting it out there. You know, I wouldn't be saying, oh, go to this website that I've put my stuff on. You know, it's just a personal preference. Roxy FNAF has said, I prefer reverse yanderes personally. I do actually plan on doing a reverse yandere roleplay at some point where you guys, the listeners, you're the yanderes. So I will be doing that at some point. Frog Cherry has said, are you an aspiring pro VA or are you doing voice work just for fun? A little bit of a mixture of both. I'm doing this because I love acting, and I haven't been able to do acting for quite a long while because of personal things, work, then the pandemic happened. But I would love to do professional voice acting and just acting in general, so I'm hoping to use YouTube as a springboard into bigger things in the future. There's a lot of questions coming up in quick succession now. Chama Cosmic, I just got here. Sorry if you already answered this, but do you have advice for new ASM artists in terms of equipment, scripts, etc.? In terms of equipment, I have said that all you really need is your voice and a microphone, and it can very easily be a microphone on a set of headphones or earphones on a mobile phone. You don't need anything particularly fancy. You just need something that will record your voice. And that's basically all it is. I use Audacity on my computer, so if you're using a computer to record audios, Audacity is definitely a good one to use. It's free, it's easy, there's plenty of tutorials for special effects you might want to add in. You know, it's very easy to do. In terms of scripts, if you're looking to do scripts that someone else has put out for ASMRtists to do, then I would highly recommend looking at the Reddit forum ASMR Script Haven. People put out plenty of scripts daily, and if you go onto their profiles, you can see various scripts that they've uploaded as well. So there's always many different ideas there. And also, don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to ad-lib things if you feel confident enough to do so. Roxy FNAF has said, have you ever considered doing characters from games/shows, etc.? I'll have to practice my voice impressions. It's been a while since I've done voice impressions on a regular basis, but I might potentially try doing characters from games and shows and animes and whatever in the future, but I'll have to build my confidence as a voice impressionist first. MBS7 Animates said, how long do you practice before trying to record? With me, a lot of my stuff is just ad-libbed on the fly, so I don't particularly practice or rehearse. I find it personally better for me if I just get myself in character in the moment. But for you guys, if you're getting into ASMR and audio roleplays, just do whatever fits you. So if you think you need a little bit of practice, then by all means practice. Look at yourself in the mirror and practice what you're doing, just to build some confidence, and then try and experiment and see what works for you. Drool and Draw says, I understand how you do the other effects, but how do you do the rain effect? I personally just find ambience and download it. If you want to record doing a rain effect, what you could potentially do is try and record a rainy day from your window, if at all possible. Or what you could do is just look up ambient sounds on YouTube and use a YouTube converter if you really wished. Chica Hamster has said, not an ASMR related question, is there a band or singer that you've been listening to recently? Not really, like, in terms of someone I've recently gotten into or anything, but when I do listen to music, I listen to a wide variety of music. I listen to show tunes, I listen to Elvis Presley, Meatloaf, the Beatles. A lot of old music is my personal style. Oh, Jason, the personification of anxiety. Thank you for your comment. I love your trans and M for M videos. It makes me feel so valid. Well, good. Good on you, man. Good on you. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You be you, Jason. You'll always be my bro. Frog Cherie has said, what games, animes, movies are you into? I quite like puzzle games and Pokemon games. In terms of anime, I've been watching things like Cells at Work and Set on Academy. I've got a list of anime I need to binge watch, actually, to be honest. Movies, I quite like superhero movies and fantasy movies. Damien ASMR, how to keep a relatively consistent upload schedule as I tried and failed miserably. What I would say is look at your regular weekly schedule and when you've got time where you can record. And when you have those days in mind, so for example, I usually have Mondays, Tuesdays and Saturdays completely free off work and most responsibilities outside of my house. So, I use those days for recording, and I usually schedule my uploads for Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, which means that I've put them up a day or two in advance, and YouTube will just make it public and let you guys know it's up when I tell it to. So that's how I keep to my schedule. Oh, Soul Demon Lukey, good night, and I hope you have a brilliant day when the morning comes. Thank you so much for coming. Cozy Ferret, do you consider to make some ASMR about comforting the listener? Yes, I do plan on doing some comfort audios in the future, Ferret. Kitty Kogomi has said, random question, if an opportunity came up in the future where you could voice act for a book that contains audio parts, would you take it? Absolutely. I absolutely would take the chance to do any sort of voice acting on a more professional level. Obviously, I would keep to doing this as well, but I would love to do some audiobooks and video games and the like. MBS7 Animates has said, do you think a Russian accent would be a good voice for an ASMR roleplay? Yes. Yes, I do think a Russian voice would be good for ASMR roleplay. Any accent is perfectly fine. So long as people can understand what you're saying and it fits the story, then any accent is perfectly fine. So, for example, when I did my Doulahan video, Doulahans are in Irish mythology. So I thought, well, why don't I do an Irish accent for the character then? Same thing with a leprechaun. I do have an idea for a diesel punk roleplay where I plan to play a German character. So it depends on the story, I suppose. Weeb That True says, I hear you say this word a lot. What is lib? Ad lib basically means to improvise. It means ad libitum, which is Latin, I believe. And it basically just, essentially, in layman's terms, it means on the fly. Jason, the personification of anxiety, again says, would you ever do an autism comfort video? It's so hard to find good ones. I do plan on that, yes. I do plan on doing an autism comfort video, and I think I might also be able to do a fairly decent one because I myself am autistic, so I know what it's like to live with autism. Akane Onesan has, or Nechan, sorry, has said, what type of roleplay is your favourite to make? Anything story heavy. Anything with good story in it is my favourite to make. Cozy Ferret with a question. Do I watch South Park? If I do, who is my favourite character? I haven't watched South Park in a fair old while, but I have seen a fair few episodes. In terms of favourite characters... I'll probably have to say Kyle is probably one of my favourites. I don't know why. I just think that he's very relatable. Chica Hamster says, do you prefer yandere over tsundere? Ooh. I honestly don't know, Chica. Both of them have their appeals. And it's, I would say, is it possible to be a yan tsundere? But, that would be interesting. A yan tsundere. That's a funny thought. Night Magpie says, is there any accent you can't do? Oh, I'm sure there's an accent I can't do. I'm sure my voice has got some limitations. Drool and Draw says, do you cosplay? I do not, but I would love to get into cosplay. One character I would love to cosplay as would be Professor Layton from the Professor Layton game series. MBS7 Animates again says, what do you think has been overdone in ASMR roleplay? I don't really know if there's really anything that can be overdone. Because there's always different ways of interpreting something. I think as long as you put your own spin on something, then there can't really be anything overdone about ASMR roleplays. Personally, in my personal opinion, anyway. Roxy FNAF says, I left to get a bagel, but I'm back now. Question, favourite musical, since you said you like theatre? Favourite musical? I have quite a few that I'm quite fond of. I quite like Avenue Q, Les Miserables. I did have the joys of watching a recording of Pokemon Live as well. That was really, really fun, actually. Yeah, but Les Miserables, Avenue Q, and Pirates of Penzance was a good one as well. I actually got to play a character in Pirates of Penzance. I was the lead character, actually. Jay Chesera has said, would you ever do a tsundere roleplay? I have done one in the form of my Dog Boy roleplay, but I do plan on doing other roleplays in the future with tsunderes. And do I like making them? Yes, I like making all the. If I didn't like making the role plays that I did, I wouldn't be making them. I like to make the role plays that I enjoy listening to. Sad Boy Joe asks, if you do make a Discord, would you make voice chat channels so people can talk, or would you rather keep it as normal messages so that you can see everything said? I would definitely have voice chat channels. So people could actually talk to each other. Movie Buff 3000, hello. Jealous rival ASMRtist watches stream from afar. Hey dude, hope you're well. Night Magpie has said, will you ever do a Phantom of the Opera roleplay? Yes, I do plan on doing that at some point. Roxy FNAF, what kind of things inspire you? What kind of things inspire me? Well, it depends on what we're talking about, I suppose. If we're talking about when making role plays, Usually I think about how I feel at the time. So if I'm in the mood to be a bit, a bit tsundere, a bit, like, really, like, why do I even care about you sometimes? Like, not that I actually care or anything. Just like, then I'll do that kind of role play. If it's a special occasion, like say St. Patrick's Day was yesterday, I'll do something inspired by that. So it depends on how I feel at the time to what inspires me. Burnt Egg has asked, what is your favourite ASMR roleplay channel? One of my favourites I would say is Urban Nymph, and another would be Sweetheart Audio and her previous channel, Honey Audio. Those are some of my favourites. Roxy FNAF asks, have you ever read fanfiction, and if so, what fandom? I have read fanfiction, mostly Pokemon, and I was into... this is going to really affect how some of you think of me. I was in the Brony fandom when that was a big thing, so I did actually read some My Little Pony fanfictions as well. I actually wrote some My Little Pony fanfiction as well. Chica Hamster again asks another weird question from me. A weird person? You're not weird, Chica, come on. Do you prefer hoodies over sweaters? Yes, I do prefer hoodies over jumpers, personally. Rody Errol has asked, will you be making a sort of comfort audio for listeners? Yes, I will be making comfort audios in the future at some point. Little Green says, how do you feel about people simping for you? Oh, come off it. People aren't simping for me at all. People are not simping at all. MBS7 Animates, what about a creepypasta roleplay? Ooh. Interesting. Like Slenderman? Ooh, Slenderman roleplay though. Ooh. I like it. Yare, yare. Oh, I'm such a dweeb. Yeah, I've just seen your comment there. Little Green got skipped. I am trying to keep up with these comments, but they are going by quite quickly. If I do miss some of your comments, please don't despair. I will try and get to as many as I can. You can give it about 2 minutes or so between commenting a question you may have, and I will try and get to you as soon as I can. Roxy FNAF, favourite insect or bug? Hercules beetle, I think, would be mine. I don't know why. I just like big insects for some reason. Just like the big ones. Chica Hamster, this gives given me inspiration to write a Slenderman creepypasta story. Let me know if you do write it and publish it. I'll give it a read. Little Green. A little bit more safe for work, please. Night Magpie, favourite flower? I've never really thought about having a favourite flower. I'll have to get back to you on that one. If you play the Pokemon games, which ones are your favourites? Pokemon Colosseum. Pokemon Colosseum. If anyone ever says Colosseum was a bad game, fight me. Fight me. That was a brilliant game. I actually recently got Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I never got to play it as a kid. When I upgrade my computer, I do hope to do some gaming live streams. So I do hope to play Colosseum and XD on the channel at some point. I'm actually saving XD, my XD virginity, for playing it here on the channel on Livestream. I would absolutely love that. Weeb, that's true. Anyone here an artist I need help drawing animal ears? If anyone knows how to draw animal ears, then please do hit Weeb, that's true up and give some tips and tricks if you can. Roxy FNAF, have you ever thought of doing a Hanahaki roleplay? What's Hanahaki? I've never heard of that. Please let me know what Hanahaki is. Roddy, Errol says, what's your favourite animal? For me, I would definitely say it's the elephant. I love elephants. They are absolutely adorable animals to me. MBS7 animates. Have you heard of Lavender Town Syndrome? Possible roleplay, maybe. I have heard of Lavender Town Syndrome, and I'm actually quite annoyed that some people think that creepypasta is based on a real story. To be honest, but I have heard of it. Maybe a possible roleplay idea. Yeah. Sindel's cat asks, favourite pet? I don't really have a particular favourite. If I had to say, I quite like dogs, cats and hamsters. I probably wouldn't keep all three at the same time, but I have had hamsters in the past and I would love to get a dog. And I don't know if I'd have a cat and a dog at the same time, but yeah, I would have a cat and I would have a dog, but I don't know about the same time. Unless maybe I got them both as a kitten and a puppy, and I got them socialised with each other. Cozy Ferret says, I suppose Hanahaki is like Japanese disease, flower-related diseases. Ah, here we go. Raccoon has also commented on it. Hanahaki is a fictional sickness where people cough flower petals. Huh. I've never heard of that. I'll have to do some research into that, but I will keep that in mind. Oh, if your love feels unrequited, says Achiq. Okay. Well, thanks for the little tidbits on what Hanahaki is, guys. I'll have a look into it and I'll see if I can possibly come up with something. Chica Hamster, do you like horror movies? Yes, I do. I do like horror movies. It's just very hard to find horror movies that have actually been done really well, in my opinion. Oh, you got the art references now, Weeb? That's awesome. I hope that you have a good time with your art. MBS7 animates, do you prefer playing good guys or bad guys? I love playing bad guys. Absolutely love it. They are just so much more interesting than hero characters, I feel. You know, like playing the Joker, for example. You want to know how I got these scars? Joker's one of my favourites. I might actually do a Joker-inspired roleplay at some point. Joel Pendragon, why are you so amazing? I'm not. Good talk. I am nothing special. I honestly am not anything special. Roxy FNAF says favourite horror movie villain. I say Jason Voorhees before he became the sort of demonic craziness that, you know, like, I think Friday the 13th 1 and 2 were fine. When it got to like Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X, it's just like, oh, for God's sake, just why are you going to these lengths to be so ridiculous? Sad Boy Joe, do you have a favourite colour? If so, is there a certain reason? Well, actually, my favourite colour is the same as you, Joe. I like the colour yellow. No particular reason. It's just I've always been my favourite. Roxy FNAF, would you ever do a villain listener roleplay? Yes, I do plan on playing some sort of hero talking to a villain. Sindel's cat favourite silly villain. Silly villain. When we say silly villain, what sort of silly are we talking about? Rody Errol says, are you a fan of the fantasy genre? I am. I am a fan of the fantasy genre. I do like fantasy stuff. Giga Hamster, have you watched Game of Thrones? No, and I honestly find it a bit daunting to get into, to be honest. I might try and watch through it, but I don't know how that's going to go. Roxy FNAF, have you ever played D&D? No, I have not played D&D, but I would love to. I am so desperate to play D&D. MBS7 Animates, do you watch Harry Potter? I have seen all the Harry Potter films, but I wouldn't really describe myself as a Potterhead. They're good movies, don't get me wrong. I'm just not, like, super into it all. Oh, don't start watching Game of Thrones. Oh, okay. If the ending's that bad, then I won't. I meant the villain who always loses, like Plankton from SpongeBob. Okay, villain who always loses. Yeah, Plankton's a really good example, actually. Yeah. How to always do? Oh, what was the name of Hang on, let me just quickly Google this. Professor Layton, arch nemesis. Don Paolo from the Professor Layton series. He's quite a good silly villain, especially as he tries to be the sort of master of disguise as well. Cozy Ferret says, do you watch MC Streamer? I do not know who that is, so no. Weeb That's True says, do you like stuffed animals? I do. I have quite a few plush animals on my bed, actually. My first plush animal was actually a wombat that my grandparents brought to England from Australia as a present for me for when I was born. Chica Hamster, do you watch /know Corpse Husband? I have seen some videos in which Corpse Husband is in, particularly when he plays Among Us with people like Jacksepticeye. I haven't really watched any of his solo stuff, but I am aware of Corpse Husband, and he has got an amazing voice. I wish I could go that deep with my voice. Twisted Himiko VA says, favourite book. Ooh, favourite book. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is definitely one of my favourites. Sad Boy Joe, do you have any family traditions? We do have a tradition. It's a really odd and very specific one. It's where the firstborn son of the family is given a middle name that is the same as his father's name, and his second middle name is his maternal grandfather's name. So it's a very particular one, but we do have a family tradition. Rody Errol says, have you ever met or are friends with other ASMR artists in the ASMR community? I have interacted with Movie Buff 3000, and I am actually recording some lines for a cameo in one of his upcoming role plays. But I would love to be able to talk to Urban Nymph on a one-to-one level. Sweetheart Audio is another one. And for Neva, I would love to talk and potentially collaborate with some of those girls. AjiQ says, have you ever played Ace Attorney? I have not played Ace Attorney, but I have played Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton. So I guess I kind of have, but kind of haven't. Mostly haven't. Cozy Ferret plush animal reveal. If I get a camera, I might do some IRL reveal stuff in the future, yeah. Is it bad I have over 200 stuffed animals? No, not at all. You do you. You do you, dude. You do you. Night Magpie, would you ever do a roleplay of an angel and demon falling in love from either perspective? Yes, I do plan on doing something like that in the future, yes. Non-exists, do you listen to M for M ASMR? Yes, on occasion I do listen to M for M. I do mix up what I listen to depending on how I feel. Roxy FNAF, favourite to lovers trope. I quite like enemies to lovers, friends to lovers, and colleagues to lovers. Chica Hamster, do you watch Star Wars? I do not. I have looked at some of the newer Disney films, and I'm just like, no, nah. I can appreciate that the first trilogy was a classic, and they are really good films, but I think really I'd watch the first three, and that would be my lot. I don't think I'd watch the prequels or the Disney films, to be honest. Chica Hamster, do you paint your nails? I do not paint my nails, but I did used to like having my nails painted when I was a child. It did get me bullied quite a lot. I would usually have them painted pink or something like that. Favourite Pokemon? From Roxy FNAF, yours is Mimikyu. Mimikyu's quite a nice one. For me, it's got to be Copperajah. Cinderella's Cat, would you do a villain on villain roleplay? Yes, in the future, I probably will. Weeb, that's true. Why did you start doing M for M content? The reason why is because I didn't think that there was, a massive amount of it out there, and I wanted to sort of create some content that maybe didn't have an M for M version of it. Rody Errol, have you ever met Dark Randoms? I have not met Dark Randoms, but I would love to. Like I say, I'd love to meet a couple of other ASM artists in the future. Sad Boy Joe, what's your favourite ice cream? I would personally say my favourite ice cream is cookie dough. I love cookie dough ice cream. Roxy FNAF, what anime first got you into anime? My first anime was the Pokemon anime when I was a child, and that's what got me into anime in general going forward. Oh, Starboy Joe, you had a second question in your ice cream one, sorry. What's your favourite food? I quite like ribs, barbecue ribs, Chinese ribs, just ribs in general, meat. Rody Errol, are you a cat or a dog person? I am primarily a dog person, but I also do like cats. MBS7 Animates, chocolate or vanilla? Well, why not both? If I had to choose, I'd probably go for vanilla. I don't know, just some chocolate ice creams that I have had, they just sort of, they're too rich for me. Heinrich 1561. What's your what was your first horror game? First horror game I played. I think my first horror game was Amnesia: The Dark Descent. That's a classic one. That's a good one. Roxy FNAF, do you simp for any characters? I don't really think I simp for any characters personally, no. I'm not really even all too sure what simp culture even is, to be honest. If I'm 100% brutally honest, I'm not actually up to date with what I'm I'm showing me age a little bit here. I'm a bit of an old-fashioned individual. Cozy Ferret, any thoughts about Bingus or Spinks? Not sure who you're talking about there, Cozy Ferret. Chica Hamster, do you have any plants in your room, apartment, house, secret basement? I do actually have an aloe vera plant in my house, and it's been thriving for well over 3 years or so now. I don't need to know what simping is, do I? Okay, I won't worry about it then. I don't. I don't live in a secret basement. No, I do not live in a secret basement. Do you have a favourite pickup line, says Sad Boy Joe. Mine is, if my lips were Skittles, would you like to taste the rainbow? I have never, ever, ever used a pickup line in my life, to be honest. But if I had to choose one to go with, I don't know. Pickup line. like I say, I haven't used a pickup line in my life, so I'm not even really sure what kind of pickup lines there are. Oh, you meant the cat breeds, Cozy Ferret? For me, then it'll probably have to be the Sphinx cat. I don't know. I think they have their cute charms. Rody Errol, what was scary about starting an ASMR channel? Just simply thinking to myself, like, am I actually any good at acting? Like, am I actually any good at creating a role people are going to want to listen to? Because when I was in university, like, I was often told that my acting was not very believable, and I didn't seem to be getting into the roles I played, even though I thought I was, really in character. But then, of course, here we are. We're at, nearly 6,000, nearly 5,500 Backstage members, and I must be doing something right. Roxy FNAF, favourite multiplayer video game. I haven't really played a massive amount of multiplayer games, but I would love to play Among Us, and I would love to get some of you guys involved, actually, when I get my Discord up. So that's something in the cards. Once I have my when I have the Discord server set up, I will be playing Among Us with you guys. MBS7 animates. Is there anyone in your life, a family member or something, that does this as well? No, I am the only person in my personal circles that is doing this kind of thing. Katie Chintz, do you have any pets? I do not at the moment. I don't have the time or the space for pets, but I would love to get a dog. Night Magpie, of the videos you've done so far, which is your favourite? I quite liked doing the Rescued Android, the Clockwork Spy Master, the Yandere Werewolf, and I also enjoyed doing the Tsundere Witch. Mitten Monroe, Mitten Monroe, would being in a relationship change your ASMR? No. No, I don't think so. I don't think it would change how I do my ASMR at all. Chica Hamster, how should I name my main character of my horror story? I would say try looking up names that have something to do with being light or hopeful, like a name that means light of God or hope or something along those sorts of lines, as their first name. And you don't necessarily have to worry about any like surnames, but if you want to go for a surname, just go for something that sounds fairly generic, like they're just a random person who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Roxy FNAF, favourite anime character? I get the impression that you've asked this question a few times and I've missed it. I do apologise. My favourite anime character, I would say it would have to be Sebastian Michaelis from Black Butler. Cozy Ferret, sorry if this is a personal question, but what's your sexuality? I am pansexual, and I make no bones about it, and I'm very proud of that fact. So don't worry about asking that. I don't mind sharing that I'm pansexual. Weeb That's True says, do you plan doing lore for your videos? Yes, I do plan on doing some videos exploring some of the lore of some of my videos in the future, once I've built the world a bit more. Sad boy Joe, can I smack the rude people who said that you weren't good? It's fine, Joe, it's fine, because since starting this channel on a more regular basis with what I'm doing now, I feel so much better about myself. I honestly do. I feel so good doing all this ASMR and audio roleplays. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having fun, and that I think is the most important thing when you're doing these things. The Mythical Dragon, do you like turtles? I love turtles. They are adorable. I'd love to go swimming with them. Roxy FNAF, would you ever do a zombie roleplay? Yes, I would love to do zombie roleplays. Zombie World, Survivor, a roleplay where the speakers are zombie, where the listeners are zombie. Definitely do plan on doing something like that in the future. MBS7 animates. What exactly what is lore? Lore is backstory. It's world building. Effectively, is what lore is. Okay, so it's getting a bit on now, guys, and I think I need to get ready to well, I need to go have my dinner now. So it's been absolutely wonderful talking to you all. It really has. Thank you all for turning out. Had more concurrent viewers than I expected, to be honest. You guys are absolutely amazing. I'll just wrap up a couple of questions here that I'm seeing coming in now. Sleep paralysis demon roleplay. I will look into doing that. Night Magpie. Sindale's cat. Would you do a yandere for yandere roleplay? Yeah, I would probably be doing that in the future as well at some point. So I think that is questions out of the way for now. I will definitely be doing another Q&A live stream or Q&A video at some point in the future again. So if I missed any questions, I do apologise, guys. But yeah, thank you so much for turning out and being here. And thank you for 5,000, nearly 6,000 subscribers. I am so blown away by that. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you. So, thank you for being here, guys, and thank you for all your support. I love it. I love you all so very much. And, of course, until next time, keep on singing, everybody.